I'm here today with my cameraman Pablo, and we're gonna take a ride and go get some pizza and talk some business. Before we start, do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button.
So Steve, what made you fall in love with cars?
I don't know, I guess when I was a kid, I always loved cars. I mean, you remember playing with your Matchbox cars when you were a kid, and I don't know, maybe it's just a guy thing. I deal with cars, transport cars, I love to drive cars. I love all cars, doesn't matter the brand. I just love all the new things today. They're tons of fun. I always loved cars, it's just natural to me.
So when would you say you first knew that you started working with cars?
I started as a stockbroker and always had a dream. I always wanted to have super nice cars, grew up in Brooklyn, always had a job. I'm 50 now, never not had a job since I'm 10. And I always knew in my life that I'm gonna make it no matter what it took. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail to get to the next level in life. Always loved cars, so I kind of knew my whole life that I'm gonna have something nice. It's hard to explain, but I got it, I made it.
Would you say it was easy for you to start up a transportation company?
Was it easy? Nothing's easy in life and business. You have to be prepared for all obstacles, whether you're starting an auto transport company or you're starting a plumbing business. No, it wasn't easy, I can tell you that. I busted my ass and I still do. I mean, I literally put in between 12, 13 to as much as sometimes 20 hours in a day.
Was there ever a time you almost quit?
Was there a time? Or how many times is the real question. I've wanted to quit at least, I've been in business 22 years, probably 2,200 times. Working with people in the auto transport business is not easy. You go through a multiple amount of drivers till you find the right ones. And let me tell you, I've gone through hundreds to get to the team that I have. And this is to the drivers out there. Let me tell you, if you're watching this, in the dispatch side of the business, you guys are known as crybabies. We're professional babysitters is what it seems like. You'd love to bitch and moan about everything. If I tell you the car, oh, I'm sorry, the address was wrong, it's going a mile away. Oh, come on, you're killing me. Guys, just shut up and work. Do what I do. Try dealing with hundreds of people every day, trying to find everything out about where their cars are, when they're gonna get picked up. You name it, we deal with it. Driving's the easy part of this business.
What's one piece of advice you wish you knew earlier that would have helped you as a young entrepreneur?
The one thing I wish I knew is the working capital that you need to maintain a business, because let me tell you, this business will financially destroy you within 30 days if you don't have working capital. At one point, we were at $2 million in debt in credit cards just to maintain the business and keep payroll going. Finally paid off that debt and I was debt free. I threw a party. It was amazing. Do you need college to go and start a car dealership or start an auto transport business? No, absolutely not. What you do need is common sense and a good head on your shoulders.
What's some of the worst entrepreneurship advice you ever received that you think is still being dished out on social media?
I think some of the worst advice that's being given out is, oh, just do it. That's ridiculous. There is no just do it. Just do what? Oh, take a leap, give it a shot. You can't just go and say, I'm gonna do this tomorrow and think it's just gonna work out. Yeah, you might be the 1%er, and God bless you if you are, and I praise those people that take that leap of faith and do great and succeed immediately. But you know what? That take a leap and take a shot, just do it tomorrow, is not really great advice. People need to be prepared. The average person just can't go out there and take a shot. People have bills to pay. You can't just have a leap of faith and think that tomorrow business is going to immediately take off and you're going to do great and make a fortune. And whether you're not even making a fortune, if you're making basic pay just to get by is even great when you're starting a business. So that statement, when people tell me, oh, just take a shot, just go at it, see what happens, it's bullcrap. No way. So we just pulled up to one of my favorite pizza places here in Florida, believe it or not, which as a Brooklyn boy, growing up loving pizza, and if anybody knows me, they know my favorite food is pizza. If I was on death row and they asked me what my last wish was for a meal, it would definitely be pizza, no question about it. Hold on, I'm filming. So a friend of mine, Dan, we're moving a Koenigsegg, a beautiful F12 TDF, and a Pista, loading it up today up in Midwest, coming down to Florida, and he's checking up on it. And that's why you call me. I know we're the best. Thank you, I appreciate that. Been coming to this place for nearly 20 years since I moved to Palm Beach County. I remember when they opened up. Believe it or not, the pizza got better and better as time went on.
How have you managed to balance family life while running a seven-figure business?
Balancing family is, for me, has been the impossible task. It's the one thing that I can definitely tell you I've regretted over the years by dedicating myself to the business over the family. I love my family more than anybody can ever imagine, but I like my family having the better things in life, just like anybody would want. I want my kids driving the nicest cars, you know, having the best place to live, to go to the best schools. You know, I've sacrificed tremendously my wife and kids' time with me to give them the things that most people in this world would dream to have.
You know you got an amazing father, right? I do. I know.
You know, I'm not a billionaire. You know, I'm not worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but I'm financially extremely successful and hardworking. And I'm a workaholic, and people that know me know this. You know, they told me to join this Workaholics Anonymous class, but there's one problem.
What's that?
No one ever shows up. I really believe that my hard work will pay off for my family's future. The balance is extremely difficult for me personally as a workaholic, and I've done a terrible job at it, and I apologize to my family for it. I don't suggest you do what I did, putting work first over family, because it's the wrong thing to do. But if your family respects you and respects the fact of the hard work you're putting in for them, things will go well in the future. But I'll tell you this, I truly believe that hard work does pay off, and when it's my time to retire, which will be at a young age, I can definitely tell you that I'm going to spend more time with them to where it's going to probably be a nuisance and an annoyance for them.
What's the most critical advice for entrepreneurs struggling to balance their families?
You know, at some point, you know, I think most people need to call it quits for the day and say, okay, my hours of operation are this or that. You know, every time we go out to dinner, I'm with my wife or my kids or whomever. My kids are older at this point, but my phones don't stop. And I'm one of those people that just have a terrible reaction of always responding. I mean, hence why a business has succeeded the way it did. I don't let a call go. I don't let an email get passed by. Doesn't matter what time at night it is. I'm going to tell people if they want to have a balance, at some point you really need to cut time off and say, hey, this is my family time and tomorrow's a new day. It might not get you to the level you want to as quickly as you want to, but I can tell you that family is extremely important. They should and do come first, but everybody has their own way of showing their love for their family. Mine happens to be a terrible thing and say, well, my hard work buys you everything you have, puts you in the apartments or the homes that you're in. So I do have to say that work balance, I'm going to suggest people is you need to put a time and say, that's it, I'm done for the day, and tomorrow's another day.